So let me ask you this. Did you get yourself a planner for 2021? Are you using it? Or did you use it for the first couple of weeks in January and then the excitement wore off and it's kind of starting to collect dust on your desk? If your excitement about the planner has been wearing off slowly but surely, this video is for you. In this video, I will share with you how to actually use your planner as a working mom so it is helpful and it is something that you are actually using on a daily basis. If you are new here, my name is Marta, and on my channel you can expect content about time and house management for working moms. So let's dive into today's topic. My Sundays videos are about planning, plan with me, anything to do with planning so you can make the week ahead more efficient and effective as a working mom. So I myself am always excited at the beginning of the year to start using planners. But I have noticed over the past years that after a while, my excitement wears off, and some weeks I barely ever even look at my planner. Or I have weeks where I, sit down on a Sunday, I plan out my week, and then I never look at it. So, what is the point of me planning if I don't actually refer to that plan later on in the week? So, what I have learned is the number one tip on how to actually use the planner is to be careful on how much detail you actually put in your planner. So, what I mean by that is we have this tendency to put absolutely everything on that planner for the week, for the month, every little thing that we want to do, every little thing that we are responsible for, and it just becomes cluttered and basically full of useless information. So let me give you an example. Maybe you are like me, what I used to do in the past is put every single day, cook dinner, pick up the kids from school, make kids lunch, clean up the kitchen after dinner, those little things that are really part of our everyday routine that don't necessarily need to be in a planner. It's something that we already know that we are doing that. So there is really no point of writing it down, is there? If something is already part of your routine, you can capture it somewhere else if you want like a morning routine or evening routine checklist. That's great, but you don't have to write it for every single day. If it's something that you already have a habit of doing, just skip writing it down and save yourself some time. So what you need to do is, if you are the type of person who just tends to overwrite with all those details in your planner and then just clutter it with things you are already doing and are not keeping track of things that you actually are supposed to do, like that are outside of your regular daily routine, then what I suggest is looking at two things. Looking at what you can put either in your phone or what you can do on a checklist or some sort of a to-do list that you can do instead of using your planner, where you can put all those little details and then it becomes repetitive. You don't have to rewrite it. You either print out a new checklist every day or you put it in one of those protective sheets and just check it off every day if it's something that you are doing on a daily basis. And you're saving yourself a lot of time, and your planner is not cluttered with stuff like that. Because all you can do for, if you want to put something in your planner, you could put, instead of, listing wake up the kids, make breakfast, all things like that, you can just put morning routine. And you already know that the morning routine is something you do every single day. And if you need a reminder of what the morning routine is, because maybe you're just starting out, have a checklist for that. And that will make your planner be more useful, because then it's used for things that you actually want to plan for. So we're going to get to that in a second. With the phone, that is when I would use things as reminders. So if you are, for example, you have a day when you need to prep dinner early in the day, let's say it's a slow cooker meal, then set up a reminder on your phone for a specific hour so it rings and then you can get up and put that dinner in a crock pot. Instead of putting it on a planner and risking either not looking at it at the right time and forgetting to do it, or again, cluttering your planner with things that don't need to be there. The next tip that I have for you on how to actually use your planner is not too complicated for yourself. So what I mean by that, I see a lot of videos, a lot of, Instagram posts about having 7 planners, or about spending a lot of time and using your planner as a scrapbook. so to speak. So there is just a lot of stickers, and when you open it up, for a person like me, it's so complex and there's so many distractions that it's more like something pretty to look at, but it's not very functional. So this is just my opinion. This is just something that, does not work for me. So I'm just saying that because in case you are finding yourself, spending, your Sunday afternoon decorating your planner, but then not using it during the week, then what's the point? Now, if you're decorating and using, great. But if you are not, consider simplifying. Only use a few stickers if you have to. Don't think about how your planner really looks like. Think about how you want it to function, how you want this planner to be used as a reference point for you, how you want this planner to be used as something that you check in with yourself every morning. Okay, did I accomplish those priorities? Do I need to plan better for next week? What do I need to move from today to the next week? Just try to simplifying how your planner looks like to allow yourself some clean space on your planner. That sometimes is very helpful. And to use the planner, again, not to something that you just look at, but something that you are actually going to use because it has information that you need for you to be more productive and manage your time better. So the next thing that we want to talk about of how to actually use the planner is that you're supposed to use your planner for your priorities, for you to plan out the next month or the next week for things that are important to you, for things that you want to accomplish. So if you are finding yourself not really using a planner every single day, think about really that weekly planning. Plan your week ahead. Do not hang up on the details. You want to just plan out, I have few priorities for the week, and those are the days where I'm gonna work on those priorities. So you want to put just the major tasks in your planner to keep you accountable. You don't want to plan every hour of your day. You don't want to plan every single little thing you have to do, whether that is for your work or for your home. You just want to have a general idea. Planning ahead for the week is gonna give you that sense of, okay, this is my plan for the week. This is when I want to do certain things. But it also gives you a lot of flexibility. So if you plan for the week ahead and you want to work on a specific project at work on Monday, and then things happen, there are a lot of meetings that you're attending and you don't get to it, having that plan for the whole week allows you to move little things along the way. So maybe if I didn't do it on Monday, I know I have some space on Wednesday to work on that. And that way you can adjust the plan. That is why I really love using my planner and love planning a week ahead, because it gives me the idea of what I'm going to be doing, but it allows me that flexibility so I can move things around as needed. The next tip that I have for you on how to actually use your planner is to find a way to divide your planner into different types of categories, if you will. You can call them time blocks, you can call them categories, basically the main things that are components of your life. So if you are a working mom like me, the big one is going to be your work. The next one is going to be anything to do with your household. You can have a block for family, you can have a block for a side business if you have one. You can have a block for any volunteer work if you are really active in volunteering for a specific organization. Basically, have a breakdown of your days or weeks in a way that allows you to sort those tasks. Our brains need to put different things into kind of categories, into different drawers. So then it's easier for us to be more productive because we concentrate on one area at a time. Instead of trying to, do something for work and then for side business and then for house, and you're kind of very lost and confused as what to do, and you just end up putting the planner away because it just annoys you. And it seems like everything is just never ending. So think about the categories that you have for your life and then put them in those different sections in your planner. So if you're a working mom, that's definitely gonna help you visualize, how much work you have to do each day for a different category of your life. The next tip that I have for you on how to actually use your planner is to evaluate. Evaluate yourself, check in with yourself. If you have a new planner, is it a good planner for you? Did you choose the right fit? Or did you just choose something because somebody else used it and you liked it when they were using it, and then you see that it's not really working for you, you're not really using it. Check with yourself if it's the right planner, and check with yourself if there are any things that you need to change. Maybe you were planning a little bit too much last week and you ended up at the end of the week and you haven't accomplished a lot of those things, and it's annoying and it's aggravating and it makes you not want to use your planner because it's almost looking like you haven't accomplished anything. If that's you, then consider putting less in your planner and see if that is helping you, because the planner is supposed to be helpful. It's supposed to be your tool to be managing your time better, to be more productive, but not for it to feel overwhelming and not for you to feel like a failure because you did not accomplish specific things on your planner. And the last tip that I have for you is to create a little ritual for yourself on how you are actually planning. So you want to spend basically some quality time with your planner to allow yourself to really think about what are my priorities for the week, what I'm trying to accomplish, with a clear mindset, with no distractions from your kids, from your family members. You want to really dedicate some 20 to 30 minutes, let's say each Sunday morning or Sunday afternoon, to really think about your week ahead. And that's going to allow you to really plan in a way that makes sense for you, so you're making it useful for you. Sometimes we just tend to plan for the sake of planning and you just put random things on it without really thinking it through. So make that a ritual, sit down, plan out your week, and I promise that's going to make a huge difference on how you're actually using that planner. So I hope you found this video helpful. I hope it gave you some ideas on how to actually use your planner, so you find it more helpful and something you actually use on a daily basis to help you get more organized with all the responsibilities that you have on your plate. Make sure that you subscribe down below, make sure that you hit the like button, and I will see you next time. Thank you so much for watching.